Our real-life example of a parabola. For our real-life parabola, we chose to use the Golden Gate Bridge. The first steps we took were to obtain the measurements of the bridge. We obviously weren't going in person to take the measurements of the bridge, but instead, we looked them up online, and by bridge we mean the suspension cables of the bridge. I'll let my partner Juan take over.
Hi there. Like we said before, we Googled the dimensions of the bridge. The measurements we use are all going to be using meters. This is the suspension cable, which is also our parabola. We're going to use measurements of the distance between towers to figure out the vertex and the distance the pillars are from the vertex. The length of the bridge segment, or the x-axis in this case, is 1280.16 meters. Now that's a large number. The entire height of the pillars are 227.381 meters, but part of it is below the x-axis. We need to find the height of the towers above the x-axis. We found the measurement for the height of the pillar going from the water to the bridge itself was 74.981 meters, so we would subtract that from the height of the tower because it's below the x-axis. We decided to place the y-axis in between the two pillars in order to split the number for our distance in half and reveal our vertex, which is 0, 0. With the y-axis in the center, this means both towers are 640.08 meters away from the center. Let's have a quick recap on the measurements. We found that the height of the bridge pillars are 227.381 meters and the length of the x-axis is 1280.16 meters. With the y-axis in the center, both towers are 640.08 meters away from the y-axis. We found the height of the towers to be 152.4 meters. We got this by subtracting the distance between the water and the bridge. Since we know our highest and farthest point of our bridge, we can use those as our first point the parabola passes through and mirror it on the y-axis. This is what the points for the parabola on a graph would look like based on the measurements we have of the bridge. Point A shows the vertex between the two towers, point B is the top of the first tower, and point C is the top of the second tower.
Now those points would have to be implemented into one of three equations: vertex form, intercept form, or standard form. The best equation to use for the information we have would be to use vertex form. After all, we do have the vertex and a point the parabola passes through. Now I'll let my partner Daniel explain the rest to you.
Created using Powtoon.